Oh, what is going on, Ada Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central. My name is Fareed, and as a part of today's video, I've got some pretty exciting news surrounding the onboarding of a brand new project into the Genius X ecosystem. If it's your first time hearing about Genius X, they are going to be a accelerator program, not only building on Cardano, but they're going to be agnostic, and they've already begun to build out on Arbitrum as well as on Polygon. Now, about a month or two ago, we did see the official launch of the Genius X token, and that has now actually gone out into all three ecosystems that I just mentioned. Now, the focus of today's video will be to highlight a brand new partnership with Genius X and a platform called UNIA, which is going to be a neobank, basically aiming to bridge the divide when it comes to banking with Web 2 and Web 3. If you guys want to find out more about what Genius X is doing and their accelerator program, as well as their launchpad, which allows for projects to actually launch their own tokens, then make sure to go ahead and check out the links that I'm going to be leaving down below as a part of today's description. In terms of some of the projects that have already been onboarded, we have Maestro, which is going to be an infrastructure platform building on Cardano. We've got Iagon, which is going to be a decentralized data storage protocol. We've got Legity, which is going to be a DeFi protocol. We've got the Reach Metaverse, which is going to be just that, a metaverse. And then at the very bottom here, we now have UNIA, which has now been added. Now, if I jump over to their official website, it reads, "Join the neobanking revolution with UNIA." UNIA Bank makes use of cutting-edge technology to provide a 100% digital ecosystem, borderless, transparent, and accessible to all. So that is going to be the platform here in a nutshell. Again, they are going to be a partner with Genius X. So what I want to do as a part of today's video is jump into this particular article, breaking down number one, what UNIA is, and then number two, what we can expect as a part of this partnership with respect to Genius X and how this could potentially benefit the greater crypto ecosystem. So jumping straight into the article, it states here that UNIA is the first 100% neobank in Latin America that makes use of blockchain technology to offer an ecosystem of financial products based on proof of reserve, which provides real-time verification of reserves by checking an entity's crypto assets via the blockchain, securing transparency of liquidity reserves. So the proof of reserves concept does appear to be one that will be coming into Cardano very soon. If you guys have not heard of Mehen, they are going to be a fiat-backed stablecoin. And because they're actually going to be backed by fiat that's held in an actual bank, they're going to have a proof of their reserve, which is going to be done through the use of the C3 or the Charlie 3 Oracle. So once per day, Charlie 3 will have access to actually verify that the bank is holding the amount that they say they're holding and that there's no USDM or amount of the stablecoin minted on the network that does not align with the actual amount in the reserves. So it looks like UNIA will be using a very similar strategy when it comes to making sure that their assets are actually backed in the real world. Now, the use of blockchain technology allows UNIA to operate globally without the need for physical branches. If you guys are not familiar with what a neobank is, it's basically going to be a platform or bank without an actual brick and mortar store. I'm not sure about where you guys live, but where I live, we have the likes of Chase, Bank of America, etc. And so for me, anytime that I need to go to the bank, I can actually do that and actually talk to a physical person, in my local area. With the neobank, there's no brick and mortar, basically allowing for them to be everywhere all at once, especially in the age of Web3, where we're all connected seamlessly through the use of the internet. So not needing a brick and mortar location makes UNIA more accessible to people living in remote or underbanked areas. On top of that, blockchain technology also allows UNIA to process transactions much faster and cheaper than traditional banks, which can be a great advantage for customers who need quick access to their funds. I completely agree with both of those points made there. And then kind of just scrolling down a little bit more, they talk about UNIA's infrastructure, and then we're going to jump into how the actual partnership between Genius X and UNIA can be beneficial for both parties. So through UNIA's robust blockchain-driven infrastructure, businesses gain access to a dynamic online marketplace supported by the UNIA Pay payment gateway. And this particular gateway offers customers the convenience of making payments with a wide range of crypto assets from any wallet. Now I'm going to jump into their official website here to talk about what assets and what networks they support in just a minute. Another advantage of UNIA Pay is that it allows merchants to receive payments in their local currency, reducing the risk of currency fluctuations. So you can imagine that if you're in the US, you could get paid out in US dollars. If you're in Europe, you can get paid with the euro, etc. Now, the UNIA Pay MVP will be released in Q4 of 2023 and then followed with a supplementary product in 2024. So I'm going to jump over to the website in just a minute and we'll take a look at the roadmap as well. Now, when it comes to the actual partnership, the collaboration with GeniusX is poised to propel UNIA's growth to new heights. GeniusX offers an extensive portfolio of services that will be instrumental in supporting UNIA's development. Both UNIA and GeniusX are excited about this partnership, and UNIA views GeniusX as the catalyst that will accelerate its journey towards reshaping the financial landscape for the world, ensuring equitable access to financial services for all. So what this reminds me of almost is of Meld, right? Meld is a project here that is within the DeFi space, and they're also aiming to get their own Neobank launched in order to allow for people to basically have their own bank without actually having to go brick and mortar. Now, if I jump over to the UNIA website, we have some of the features here, which include accessibility. Again, because they are not going to have a brick and mortar, they're basically going to be available to anybody with an internet connection. They're going to provide lower fees because of the lower overhead costs. They're going to have faster processing times, greater transparency, and increased security. Jumping over to the next tab, I want to quickly touch on the UNIA ERC20 token. And as I mentioned earlier, because the GeniusX protocol is now going to be blockchain agnostic, we can expect for them to be dealing with platforms outside of Cardano. So the official ticker for the UNIA token will be UNIA, and the chains that they'll be supported on include Arbitrum and Polygon, which the GeniusX team has already confirmed that they'll be expanding to, as well as AVAX, Ethereum, and the BNB chain. Now, the max supply will be a total of 1 billion tokens with a starting supply of about 78 million tokens. If I jump over to the next tab, we have the UNIA roadmap. So right now we're waiting on the ERC token 20 deployment. We're waiting on the team KYC, website development, social network creation, etc. And then as a part of Q3, we've got some NFT asset management, and we've got some additional deployments and integrations taking place with the protocol. As a part of Q4, we have some of the MVP deployment and additional integrations. And then as a part of Q1 of 2024, we have an NFT for VIP investors and then a bridge for the UNIA token. So as we go out further and further, there's more development and partnerships. And then looks like a collateralized credit card MVP deploying on the mainnet in Q4 of 2024. So really exciting news here. Again, congratulations to the GeniusX team, continuing to branch out and onboard brand new products that can not only bring their own solution to the ecosystem and have their own benefit, but also helping them to do that through the use and the incubation of the GeniusX protocol. So I believe that will take us here to the end of today's video. Again, highlighting a pretty big announcement surrounding UNIA and the partnership with GeniusX. As always, if you guys found this particular video to be helpful at all, I would really appreciate you if you could tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by the Dapp Central YouTube channel and you appreciate content like this, consider subscribing. And if you have any questions for me surrounding UNIA or GeniusX or just Cardano in general, then make sure to go ahead and leave a comment down below. That said, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.